So I almost didn't make this video because I didn't want it to come across as super negative, like this is horrible gear, this gear sucks. Because honestly, most of it doesn't. Most of it is perfectly fine gear. Most. But a lot of it just doesn't match my needs in the outdoors, which I think is still a valuable lesson. So hopefully I can help you learn from my mistakes. So the first piece of gear is the GSI Glacier Camp Stove. And this works fine if you're like car camping. And you'll see this as a common theme throughout this video. When I first got into camping, I wanted to start with car camping, but I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to get into backpacking at some point. And I was at a pretty tight budget, so I tried wherever I could to buy gear that would do like double duty, like I could use it for car camping and backpacking, and that's just not a good idea. I know why I did it, I know I was trying to save money, but honestly, car camping and backpacking's so different. I would have been better off just getting car camping gear to get started, since that's where I was going to start anyway, and then build up the backpacking gear as I could. So this isn't actually a bad stove. There are some negative reviews, but I personally haven't had any issues with it. It's worked for me totally fine for car camping, but it's kind of horrible for backcountry camping. And that's because this doesn't fold down like most backcountry stoves do, so it doesn't fit in my pot, which makes it much more of a pain to pack. So this is on the list of gear to replace at some point. So next up is something I don't actually own anymore. I'll try to find a picture on Amazon and put it in the video, but it was like a really cheap soft-sided cooler, and it just didn't work well. This is one of the few pieces of gear that actually was not good. Again, that was a budgeting thing. I have since upgraded to this Arctic hard-sided cooler, and I'm pretty happy with it. Please, nobody hate me in the comments, but up next is the REI Passage 2 and REI Camp Bed. Now, there's nothing actually wrong with either of these two pieces of gear. They just didn't work for me. Similar to the camp stove, I was trying to like meet in the middle somewhere between camping and backpacking so I could use it for both, and it just wasn't a good idea. I have since gotten a much smaller one-person tent that I use for backcountry camping. I still use the REI tent for car camping, but it would be nice to have something like bigger that I could actually stand up in. And the REI camp bed is likely actually going to a consignment store soon. I now have an Xped Mega Mat for car camping, and I have a Climate inflatable sleeping pad for backcountry camping. I feel like the Climate sleeping pad deserves a mention here too, since I'm not totally happy with it. I did a bunch of research beforehand weighing cost, R value, and like how much it packs down. And from those three things, I landed on the Climate Insulated Static V Lite, which is a very long name. But what all that research did not tell me is it's very noisy, and I move around a lot, so it can be a bit annoying at night. Also, it came out that that sleeping pad in particular may not have had an accurate R value rating, and it might actually be much lower than what was advertised. Next up is this Fossils kit. It's a plate, bowl, and cup, and I got these before I did any backcountry camping, and as a car camper, I was like, oh, they'd be so great for backcountry camping. They're so flat and like they don't weigh anything. I have never once brought these backcountry camping. I just eat out of my pot or Ziploc bag or whatever. I hang on to these because they really would take up like almost no room in a pack, so if I decide to get fancy at some point, I could, but yeah, I really don't use these much. Next is my Fox bike helmet. I have a relatively small head, so I got an extra small, and I got it just tight enough that I was like, yeah, it feels like it fits. And then I tried a Troy Lee extra small helmet. It's like, oh, this actually fits. So if you're new to shopping for helmets, make sure you try on multiple models from multiple brands before you pick one. I'm very sad this didn't fit, as I really like the color scheme. I really like the color scheme. Next is another item that I don't actually own anymore. Thankfully, that's because I was able to return it, and that's the Women's Mystery Ranch Scree 32. I wanted so badly to love this bag. I have only heard good things about Mystery Ranch, and this pack just didn't work well for me. People always talk about how well it fits, and I just couldn't get it to fit right on me. And it also felt a bit overkill for the type of adventures that I like to do. I like to go light and fast, and it just felt kind of bulky, which I probably could have gotten used to after testing the Mystery Ranch. I found that I'm really attached to having like vest style straps, so I did end up returning it, and I got the Black Diamond Distance 22, which worked a lot better for the types of trips that I want to do. Last on my list is my Nemo 20-degree sleeping bag, and like the REI gear, there's nothing actually wrong with this bag. It's actually quite a nice sleeping bag, but at the time I got it, I didn't realize that quilts were an option, and I feel like that'd be much better for me. I move around a lot in my sleep, and I feel like with a quilt, I will spend less time untwisting myself all night. Especially with the sleeping bag liner and sleeping bag combo, everything ends up twisted, and then I have to like untwist, and it's very annoying in the middle of the night. But the Nemo is only like a partial regret until I see how warm a quilt can actually keep me. It's possible I'll still have to rely on the sleeping bag for any like colder weather adventures still. I have one last honorable mention, and that's a piece of gear that I ended up selling to replace with something better, but I don't regret it. And that's my cheap Amazon inflatable paddleboard, whose review is actually my most viewed video on this channel. But when I first got into paddleboarding, I went with something pretty cheap, as is the theme for today. And I did end up selling that to get something nicer. I got the Kokopelli Chasm Light, and I actually just got a used white water board I'm pretty excited to try out this year. But even though I ended up replacing that cheap original board I had, I don't regret it because it allowed me to test out if I really like paddleboarding, and it allowed me to get a hang of it before deciding like what type of paddleboarding I wanted to do. The same can be said of like mountain bikes. I got a really cheap mountain bike at first, but it helped me figure out what I'm looking for in a bike. So sometimes getting something cheap can backfire and you're like, hindsight 2020, I should have just got this to start with. Sometimes it's a good thing, especially the more niche something gets, because it allows you to learn what you're looking for. If you have any gear regrets, I'd love to hear about them below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to be always adventuring.